Welcome to the Wrestling Bar with your host, The Funk, and your host, P. Coda. How you doing, Phil?
Great, man. What do you want to talk about?
Well, we had a good holiday break.
Yes.
We spent some real quality time with family. We're recharged and ready to talk about wrestling. Well, a lot going on in the past few weeks. We had the both the Blood and Guts Dynamite,
Yes.
and we had that's AEW on TBS, and then we also had the War Games Survivor Series pay-per-view PLE by WWE on ESPN. On the ESPN app from a friend, of course.
Oh,
Shout out to Mr. Kronk, the provider, sack the provider. But hey, there's been a lot of chatter online about because these two events are similar matches,
right.
and they happen so close to each other, so close together. They've been compared heavily, and
Yes, that's true.
they both had the women's and men's blood and guts matches on the
Yes.
same night, and then the women's and men's war games matches on the same time. So they've been compared heavily. So what
Right.
what what do you think? Blood and guts versus war games. Who wins this battle?
Uh, I don't think there's a way to compare, personally speaking. And
Mm.
the only reason why I say that is because AEW has the title of Blood and Guts. So you're gonna expect blood. And it was really a disgusting amount of blood.
It was bad. It
And
was bad.
I don't think it's something that we as wrestling fans can appreciate what they're doing, but I think that casual wrestling fans or even little small children, I wouldn't necessarily take them to that event.
No,
So
no.
I would say that the War Games is definitely more family friendly. Not necessarily on the cost perspective, though.
Mm. Not on the cost. Definitely not
Not on
in
the
the
cost
cost
perspective,
perspective.
but as far as family friendly, I do think it was more entertainment from that perspective.
Yes,
Um,
I agree.
I would say that, you know, war games for the prices that you're charging, right?
What was it? Four matches in the whole
Yep,
Survivor Series PLE.
correct.
Just four matches.
Four matches, but it's not just the four matches. It was three really good matches in my three matches for the most part, and then a match you threw together with a washed up veteran.
Ooh, Nikki Bella.
So shout out to Bakir. Okay. I've said it in plenty of episodes. I'll say it till the sun goes down. She is by far one of the best in-ring performers. I personally want to put her on the level of Horsewoman.
She's doing great.
She's fantastic.
Mi chilena, la primera.
La primera,
La primera.
right?
She's doing great, and her finisher is my favorite finisher in all pro wrestling today.
She is
She's great.
fantastic. She's
She's
great.
great. Yes.
Nikki Bella, I get it. You turned heel. You liked her at first and you turned heel. But to get a title shot? No,
Yeah. Yeah.
no,
I mean, I don't
no.
mind. I don't mind. As you said, she's a veteran. Yes, she's washed up. She can perform at the level of the girls today. She can't.
No.
But she's a veteran. And she needed to be there because John Cena is there.
Whatever. My point is, stop giving title shots to people who don't deserve it. There's a lot of people on the roster. We could talk about having all these, crazy viral moments.
Hmm.
You could have had her fight Roxanne Perez
Mm-hmm.
and let Roxanne lose, but that'd have been fine. Roxanne to me is more deserving of a title shot than Nikki Bella out of nowhere.
Oh, a
That's just
hundred
my
times.
personal opinion.
Yes.
Let's do that. I'm not paying a premium price to watch Nikki Bella washed up go for the title and try to potentially injure my girl Stephanie Vaquer. Because I told you, I've said in the
Mm-hmm.
text, I would have been highly upset if she had injured Vaquer in any
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't have been there in the first place. We talk about matches that shouldn't have been happening in the first place. I feel very strongly about that.
So you said there were three good matches at Survivor
Yeah.
Series. I disagree. I didn't mind the Nikki Bella thing. I don't think it was a good match, so I agree that was not a good match. The women's War Games, I did not enjoy it either.
There were certain moments of the overall fight that I loved. Um, I didn't necessarily like the entire match. I didn't, I liked Lash Legend throwing people around.
Yes,
It was
yes.
fantastic.
That to me, to be
When
honest, that was the only like really
when
good part of the match.
when she picked up Bliss, and I love Bliss. Bliss is great. She sells it like Dolph
Hmm.
Ziggler does, right? She
Hmm.
just sold the hell out of it.
Yeah.
When she picked her up and like moved her around like a rag doll, this is the second time we've seen it. It's nuts,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes, yes.
It's unbelievable. It's what Nia Jax could have done had she started off the right way and really trained in the performance center the first time. I think
Right.
she's doing a good job nowadays. She's doing a really good job. She's giving back to
Yeah,
the roster and everything else. I love this.
yeah.
So, but when she first debuted, this is the Nia Jax we could have had.
Yes,
So
yes.
this is what
But
she should have been.
but
Um,
a lot in the match to me, I
yeah.
couldn't believe most of it. Right? I couldn't get into it. I couldn't suspend reality because
I
a
get
lot
that.
of it looks so fake. Like,
I got you.
simple stuff like kicks and punches and
Yeah.
some spots that didn't make any sense.
And let me say this as well. There's a reason why there's a little bit of awkward stuff in there. And you want to know why?
Tell me
Because
why.
WWE Women's Division doesn't really focus on tag team wrestling. You have to have some chemistry like that in the ring. You got to put them in fatal four ways in certain times, but they don't really focus a lot on the tag team division. And as a result, there's not a lot of chemistry from that perspective.
Mm.
Um, in my I mean, I'm not saying that it's not what they've done, it's just they don't have a real direction for it, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, yeah. I
They just put
understand
things
that.
together and they just mash it up.
Yeah,
It
I
takes
understand.
time for people to gel.
Yeah, I understand that. I still think that, usually they do much better. I'm used to see like really fake punches and kicks and things like that in
Right,
AEW.
right.
I'm used to see that there.
You didn't see
But
it there though.
but
You
the-
saw.
but yeah, but in WWE, I'm not used to see that type of those
Yeah,
fundamentals.
yeah.
They tend to have it right, and that match was not to the level of the women's division in WWE.
I'll
And
say
I
this
I,
too.
I
Man.
I just couldn't get into it. I know the big spot with the trash can from Io Sky from the
Yeah,
top. That's it's a
right,
OMG moment, right? But
right,
but
right, right.
everyone was standing there for like 5 minutes waiting for Io to
Oh,
get her shit together,
I get that.
and do it. It just kills it for me. It just kills it.
It does, and it's a little bit of, inexperience, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that we talk about all the time. You rush the storyline. There was no like it was a few weeks of a build-up, but let's be real. Back in the day, Survivor Series had a real build-up, bro.
Yes, yes, they
You could
wanted
see
to
it
kill
coming
each
from a
other.
mile away. I think the men they did a little bit of a better job, but not too much of a better job.
They did better, but not much. That jit in the middle of the match, the jitting
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
middle of the match of the men's match.
right.
Come on, like come on.
Uh, But yes, the women's match, not my favorite match, but a good
Hmm.
match. Solid, okay.
Hmm.
I'd pay money to see that. Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Because they're athletic. It's good to see her. And I love, like I said, love seeing Becky. Becky
Becky,
Becky
Becky,
is great.
Becky's great. She
Becky is
is,
great.
and she didn't tap out.
She didn't tap out. That's
She was
right.
calling the other ones.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm standing on business.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. Like she did her thing. Um, I like AJ Lee, doing her thing. She's
Yeah,
back. Cool.
she did very little, and I'm okay with that.
It was just fine.
Yeah, yeah.
This is what is expected from legends, not to be in world heavyweight, not to be in women's championship matches. All right. The other
Oh,
match, let's talk about the men's one. I want to address John Cena last if we could, to show
yes,
him that much respect on his way out.
yes, yes.
The men's Survivor Series match, I loved it because Brock Lesnar was just handing people their
Yeah,
he lit everybody up, bro.
Brock Lesnar ate the
Lesnar,
cake
dog.
on that match. He made that match,
Oh,
and when Roman Reigns came in and he just slammed him through the table, that was the best part of the match,
come on, dog.
And Jason and I, we were like screaming at Punk, "Stay down, Punk, stay down," because Brock Lesnar was gonna kill him. So
He was
that's
one F5 away. He was
one
one
and
F5
five
away
away.
from it wasn't just gonna be shout outs to CM Punk's dog. It wasn't gonna be just your dog out there.
Yes,
It'd have been you too,
yes,
brother. You could have died
yes,
before.
yes.
Like,
Yeah, Larry.
so I like the Brock Lesnar effect. I like the fact that Braun Breaker really got his push, not full push. It's good for the PLE. It was great. So I
Hmm.
like the fact that the bad guys won. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
you shocked me, Triple H, because I was surprised because the way you play off Super Cody and Super Punk right now, it's ridiculous.
yeah.
It's ridiculous. Even you can't look at me in a straight face and just say that it's not being manipulated.
He lost me with Drew McIntyre when when he had Drew lose to Cody for a second time. Yeah, that to me, he lost me there.
Well, hey, that's what Triple H does. It's the price you pay when you
The
want
price you pay.
Cody to do what he does. Um, and like I said, I love the fact that this Brock Lesnar was just destroying everybody, bro.
Yes.
I love Roman too. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Roman Reigns, but he doesn't need to win if it's not a championship right now at this point.
No, no. How
He's
about
doing a great
Cena?
job.
How about Cena and Dominic for the
Yo,
Intercontinental Championship?
that to me was the best match of the night.
I agree.
Dominic Mysterio, slimy, nasty, grimy. I loved it. He's a two-time Intercontinental champ, one of the
Yep,
greatest Mysterios to ever grace us with his presence.
the best one.
Liv Morgan, Liv, dog. Like, I mean, it was Raquel. I mean, everybody came out and helped him, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like Goku with the spirit bomb, like shame me, and
Everyone
everybody
together.
just
Everyone
came
together.
through, right? I
Yes.
loved it. It was a good way. This is like John Cena's second to last match. Really good PLE. John Cena lost. I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that too.
I'm cool with it. I didn't want him to have the title and lose the title at the
And there
Saturday.
was like 100 shenanigans, and so yeah, I mean that's fine.
But it was Liv though. It would have been cool if like he had done it. We'd have been like, yeah, typical Dom.
Yeah.
But it was really the Liv Morgan for me, which was on the icing on the cake. You
Yes.
know,
Perfect
Liv
finish.
Morgan, perfect, and then it set her up to now she's going after Vicaire on Monday Night Raw. It makes sense. It's a good storyline. The Judgment Day, the other girls,
Hmm.
Raquel and Roxanne, are going after the tag titles, and that mayhem, but that's good too. And maybe we can get the Judgment Day back to their glory days, where they win the
Hmm.
title, even if it's transitional. That's fine with me. Put the titles on them. Let us see
Yeah.
what all the gold looks like.
Yeah.
Um,
Now I do have a note to make on that match.
okay,
And the referee at some point he decided that he was not gonna count when Dominic pinned Cena after doing shenanigans. I mean,
right,
it doesn't matter, right, in a match if you are acting that you're injured. That spot, by
right,
the way, that spot where
yeah,
they really got us that we thought that Cena had dropped Dominic on his head.
right.
Like happened to Penta weeks ago,
Right, right,
and that
right.
he got injured in his shoulder. They really got us, right?
Right.
But
They
then
did.
then the referee didn't want to count. And I was like, what? Who are you? You know?
This shouldn't be happening at Survivor Series.
No,
And
anywhere. And
it should be a special. Now don't get me wrong, if it's a special guest referee, I mean,
yeah, that's different, right?
yeah,
But a regular referee, like, who do
yeah,
you think you are? Do your
yeah.
fucking job. You have a simple job to do, and that's to count to three when
Right,
someone gets pinned, regardless of what happened before, right?
right,
Either you call it and disqualify, right, because you
right,
saw
right, right.
something wrong that
Right.
deserves a qualification, or you do your job, right? You count.
Correct.
And it's not only him, it's been happening like with the Tiffany Nia
Right.
Jax Jay Cargill
Jay,
match.
yep.
You know, the shoulders are down. I'm sorry if that's not supposed to be the finish. You have a job to do. Count to
Correct.
three.
No, I agree. And you just got to go on and move on to the. And they did that with us back in the Attitude Era a lot of times, right? And what would happen the next week? They would run that junk back, bro. It would be on some BS. And they would just like they would lose a pay-per-view the night before, and then all of a sudden they'd reclaim the title the next week, like the next day, like on
Yeah.
SmackDown Raw. It's cool. Like we want that controversy. That's why we watch every week. Um, we know Maxine Dupree is going to lose that title. It's going to be transitional. But we watch it every week
Yeah.
because we want to see who's going to debut and try to take the title,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right? So give us that. I agree. Count to three.
Yeah.
Um,
So blood and guts. Before we move on,
yeah,
I mean, I understand that the maybe some of the moves within the matches, especially the men's match, was
yes,
really good. It was really solid,
yeah.
in my opinion. You know, the Darby Allin spot with the fire, that he's gonna die one day for us in TV on
And
TV.
hopefully I get invited to the funeral because that man, yo,
Yeah. So
he's one of
so
my favorites in AEW. That's the reason why I watch it. Like I just love that guy, man.
yeah.
176 pounds of just sheer blood guts. I mean, that's his type of match,
Yes,
you
yes.
know?
The worst match he's had, in my opinion, is the one he had with Pac at Full Gear.
Yeah,
To me, that wasn't that good. And which we might talk in a future episode.
right.
But man, the women's match, the Blood and Guts match, it's not only the blood, which I know is a
Right, right,
niche
right,
thing. Some
right,
people like it, some people don't
right,
like it. I personally don't like it. I don't let my children watch AEW because of
right.
that. And I don't
Sky
think it's good
blue
for.
became sky red.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
I don't think it's good for business, right? For
no,
sponsors, for audience. I don't think it's good for their health, right? For wrestlers'
no.
health to be bleeding around and maybe get Hep B or something like that, right? So, which has happened in the past. So I'm very
Nigel
against.
McGuinness,
Yeah, yeah, Nigel McGuinness is a
the
good
real thing.
example. So I'm very against, that type of blood. And if it happens from time to time, like Drew McIntyre with CM Punk in a Head in a Cell, I understand that from time to time, right? But especially women, I don't like that. It's
Yeah,
just
I'm not a fan of the blood and guts, period. I agree with you. Um, but let me just say that I'm really, really just happy at the outcome of the women's match, the way that it went down,
mhm.
right? Like Mina getting choked out and them holding Tony back and
Yeah,
Tony literally just giving
drama,
the industry. That's what I'm saying. Like
drama.
that's what
Yeah,
I like the most about that particular match. Just the way it went down. We know Tony Storm is tough as nails. She's not
yeah,
tapping, but
yeah.
she tapped for her girl. And then they became a tag team, and it just makes sense. She nurtured her. They became a tag team, and now they're in the semifinals of the women's tag. They're making that women's tag team division
Matter.
really strong. They're making it matter.
Hmm.
They're giving
Hmm.
it story. They're giving it depth. We talk about Tony Khan all the time. We drag him under the mud. We
Yep.
drag him under, every single week we drag him. We can't stand the fact that even as we speak right now, Eddie Kingston
Oh
is
my God.
Samoa Joe.
Oh my God.
But here's what we've done. like they actually created a storyline related to the women's division, right? You got Willow
Hmm.
Nightingale and Harley Cameron, right? And I'm just saying, like, you got Megan Bain and you got the problem, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Rena Shafir. Like, you actually did something there.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. They're building it.
You
They're
know what I
building
mean?
it.
So
Despite
that's why
being
I
this,
like the blood and
despite
gut thing.
yeah, despite being a tournament, which is what Tony Khan does over and
All
over
the
and
time.
over all the time, and my God, and now it's a Continental Classic is going on
Yeah.
now at the same time that this tag team women's tag team
Right.
tournament is
Right.
going, and oh my God, it's all the time, right? But yeah, this in this case with this tournament, he has been able to establish some fresh teams, right? Because
Right.
these are fresh teams,
Yeah.
and have some stories in there going on. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree.
So
But then the women's match, it wasn't only the blood, but there were a lot. The ending was great, but there
yeah.
were a lot of spots as well that didn't make sense. The fake
Correct.
punches I talked about
Correct.
earlier. To me, it was a terrible match. The ending was great, but to me, it was a horrible match. I
It's
did say it.
AEW.
I did say it. Remember, I said it. I think it's the worst match I've ever seen,
You
and
did. You did.
that was my impression after I watched it. It was
And
like
you
this is
did.
horrible.
And I just have to say, I'm glad that you got through the AEW Blood and Guts pay-per-view and well show
Well, Dynamite, yeah.
and Dynamite and didn't turn it off, right?
No,
Because
no,
we all get frustrated with AEW, but it made you feel something. You got a
yeah,
feeling
yeah,
from that.
yeah.
I can't say that some of these WWE shows on a weekly basis you're getting a feeling from.
Hmm.
You're
Hmm.
just watching it because you're a loyal fan.